Hey everyone, it's Nate. So I'm gonna give a crack at this YouTube thing. Personally, I have a lot of things going on in my mind, and I have a lot of things that I've learned just in life. And if I can help anyone by the knowledge that I've gained, I think that'd be a huge win for me. So this is just my opinions. These are the things that I've seen, that I've experienced for myself. Today we're talking about one of my favorite things, and that's traveling, and how you can do it for the ridiculous price of nothing. See, my wife and I, one of our favorite things that we do, that we get to go enjoy, is exploring new places and seeing new things. And when it's eye-opening to be able to do that. You see you see incredible things. There's a whole world out there, and it's there for us to enjoy. It's an incredible thing just to think about. And the only, downside when talking about travel and experiencing all these new things, a lot of the times it comes to price. So I know for myself that I don't want to spend money unless I absolutely have to, like if there's an option between a free thing and the exact same thing, but it's like $5, you're gonna go with the free one. That's me anyways, that's just me. So I'm going to show you how you can travel for free. That's how I do it. It's how my wife and I do it. We have, in the past year, we have flown, I believe, 7 times the past 2 years, and we haven't paid a dime. It's all been 100% free, with the exception of a few airport fees, maybe like $20 in total. But aside from that, it's been free. So I'm going to teach you how to be able to do that for yourself and to go enjoy things with your family. So before you all click off this video, let me explain to you how this all works. It's not a scam. This is 100% legitimate. It's what I do, and it's what a lot of other people do too. So let me explain how this all works. Credit cards offer really generous sign-up bonuses just for signing up for the card. And all you have to do is treat it like you would your bank account normally. You don't spend anything extra that you wouldn't normally have. You don't spend exuberant amounts on million-dollar vacations and all that. No, you just do your basic normal spending, and they give you rewards for meeting a certain spending requirement. That's it. And the points they give you can value from enough for 1 round trip ticket to 2, maybe 3, sometimes a whole week of stays at a hotel, depending on what card you get. So it really varies, and in this video, I'm gonna go over a few cards that I think are the absolute best for getting started in getting and collecting credit card points. So I know there's a negative stigma out there against credit cards, that they're the devil. Dave Ramsey does not like them, and we don't exactly meet eye to eye on that, unfortunately. He's a good guy, but I don't agree with that one point there. So credit cards are a financial tool. They're like a mortgage. They're like a retirement account. They're like a shovel or a knife. If you use them properly, they can be wonderful tools. But if you don't, if you abuse them, if you don't take care of them, use them with no regard for anything, you can get yourself in some trouble. So I'm going to go over a few ground rules on this whole thing, and how you can get the most value out of your cards and be able to enjoy more travel with your family, with your spouse. So here is why credit card points and credit card point sign-up bonuses exist. Banks that issue credit cards, they count on people who don't use their cards responsibly to get all these interest payments coming in. And so they give you these points as a little incentive to come and spend money with them. And then perhaps you spend more money than you actually have, and then you're stuck in this cycle of paying their interest for however long that you need to pay interest for until you can pay off your balance. That's not what we're going to do. We're smarter than that. 2020, we have all the tools at our disposal to do smart and wise things. We're going to do them. You and me together, we're going to do it. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to go over a few rules, a few guidelines that are going to help us on our journey to be able to responsibly use credit cards, and to be able to get huge rewards from them to be able to go travel. Rule number 1, don't spend anything more than what you would normally from your bank account on your credit card. It can be enticing, it can look good to rack up a bunch of points really fast with your brand new shiny card, but don't do that. Well, do that, but do it in a reasonable way. Do it in a way that doesn't jeopardize your financial position. Rule number 2 is don't ever pay any interest on your credit card. It's very simple to do. All you have to do is pay off your entire statement balance before it's due, on the day it's due or before it's due, and then you won't pay any interest on the balance that you had. So if you have $200 as your statement balance, you pay that off, you won't pay interest on that balance. That's how you can get the most value out of your card, and that is one of the most important things to consider with all this. Number 3 ties into number 1 quite well, and that is to treat your credit card as an extension of your bank account. These kind of go hand in hand. Don't spend any more money than you would normally, and then treating your credit card as an extension of your bank account. So if you don't spend any more than $200 a month, that's your budget. Also, if you don't have that kind of money in the bank, you shouldn't be spending it anyways. So put your card down and then come back next month when you have your budget built back up again, and then you can go at it again. But don't ever spend more than what you have, and treat your card as if it were your debit card. Just boop. But don't go crazy with it. It's easy to go crazy with it. Discipline yourselves. Don't go buy jet skis when you get your card. That's not responsible. That's not going to get you the best value out of your card. And you're not going to reap the benefits of all the points, because yes, you may have just gotten, say, 2,000 points from buying a jet ski, but you're going to have to pay interest on that big charge you just made, and all that interest is going to eat away at your points until you've lost money in this whole thing, and it's not benefiting you. So my goal, what I want to see happen for whoever's watching this video, is to see you responsibly use your card and build up a bunch of points and then go travel somewhere fun. But that doesn't work if you don't use it responsibly and you charge too much to your card, or you don't pay the bill on time. Do those things, and that's cutting away at your potential fun. So don't do that. So now that I've yelled at you a little bit, I'm sorry for that, by the way, and gone through some of the rules on how to use credit cards responsibly, I'm going to give you some of my recommendations for credit cards that you can get a lot of value out of. So this is going in a top 5 order. So starting at 5 and ending at 1, being with my very first pick. I'm going to go ahead and start with those now. So number 1 on the list is going to be the American Express Platinum. It is a prestige, kind of high tier level card, and this is not good for a first card. That's why it's kind of low on the list. But it has a lot of incredible benefits. It has a really big sign-up bonus, and it has a lot of great perks to go along with it. So you get lounge access, you get travel credits, you get a bunch of other things that are in there that are really solid. One of the only things, though, is that you have kind of a high spend to meet the minimum spend to get those big points. So I believe at this point, right now, as we're recording this video, it's $5,000 of spending in 3 months to get the 60,000 point bonus. So that's very, very high. Most people can't do that. But if you have a business, this would, I think, suit you very well. It's with a business, it's not hard to get that high spend when you have payroll coming in and out. Well, just kidding. You can't do payroll with that. But you have utilities you're paying. You have other invoices you're paying. So I think this would be a really good card if you have a business and you're trying to rack up points. You can use them for yourself to go have fun. So that's my number 5 recommendation. So my number 4 pick for credit cards, for the travel credit cards, is going to be the American Express Gold. I know I just mentioned an American Express product a little bit ago for our number 5 selection, but number 4 is the Gold card. And I recommend this because it has, again, some really good benefits and really, really solid everyday bonus point categories. You get 4 points back per every dollar you spend at supermarkets and restaurants, and you get 3 points back for travel. So this is a really good, solid card. In addition to that, it has a lower annual fee and a lower spend amount in those 3 months to be able to get the 35,000 point bonus. So really recommend this. It's a good solid card. The annual fee is quite a bit lower than the platinum card, but it has some really good benefits as well. The only downside I would see to this card is because American Express is not accepted everywhere. That may be one thing you encounter, but aside from that, it's a really solid option. So my number 3 card is going to be the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. That is a bit of a mouthful, I'm sorry. But this is actually going to be the card that has the highest value for what you get with it, for the points that you get. So the sign up bonus is 80,000 Chase points. They're very, very valuable, more valuable than the other points, the cards I've mentioned so far. And they are very easy to use. The website is very intuitive. It's easy to go ahead and transfer those points to different airlines and different hotels and to be able to go travel with those. So I really recommend this card. The minimum spend, I believe, at the recording of this video, so it could have changed since I'm talking about this right now, but the minimum spend is going to be $4,000 in the first 3 months of having the card. But you meet that, if you can meet that, you can get a lot of points and be able to go quite a ways. I think with 80,000 points with Chase, you can actually get 4 round-trip flights within the continental U.S. I believe if you get the flights on the right days, it can be that valuable. So coming in at number 2, a very solid option is the Capital One Venture Card. This has a very low annual fee of only, it's $0. That's fantastic. $0 for the first year and then $95 after that. So it's absolutely free to get started with this one, and it's really good because this is a very simple 2 points per dollar earning on everything. It's very simple, very good to use, low annual fee, and a really solid sign-up bonus too. This is a good option, and this is a little more friendly for people with newer credit, people that maybe have not as good a credit. So this is a really solid option for starting out your credit card journey and trying to get these points and have fun. Coming in at number 1, my very top pick for credit cards, for traveling, for getting started on the credit card churning journey is going to be actually the card that I have personally. It is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. There it is there in all its beautiful glory. So Chase Sapphire Preferred has a pretty respectable point bonus when you sign up. If you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of having it, they'll give you 60,000 Chase points, which are extremely valuable. So my wife and I, we just bought a home, and we've had a lot of expenses that we had coming up. So I knew this and things we have to spend money on anyways. So I got the card knowing that I could meet the minimum spend pretty easily with all the extra things that we had to do. So I didn't go out and do anything extra or anything crazy, but this was something that was a tool for us that we used to help get some value out of expenses that we had to pay normally. So for meeting the minimum spend of $4,000, they give you 60,000 Chase points, which are good for 2 to 3 round-trip flights anywhere in the U.S. So it's a really solid card to start out with. It gives you 5x points back on Lyft rides, and then $2 points back per dollar on dining out. So this is a really solid card. It's really good for everyday purchases. You can crack up some points pretty easily. Also, again, with Chase, like I mentioned earlier, their points are very easy to use, which is a great perk because other card people, that's a little more challenging. So this is really user-friendly. So with all these things put together, I hope you guys maybe got some value from this, saw something you didn't know. I'm just here to share what I've seen and what I do. And my wife and I, we absolutely love traveling. We go all over whenever we can, and this is how we do it. So with that being said, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.